Hello and welcome back for part 20 of my Creeping Death Let's Play campaign. Previously, we just secured all of Blood River Valley. Whether we can hold the minor settlements is not clear yet, but for now at least we've got it. Musk makes it to rank 30, so coming along on the magic. And the main other thing I had to decide this turn was what to do with Arachnarok. I don't want this dwarf army getting over here and taking out my undefended settlements. I have this army here, but it really needs to be heading east to the Silver Road. So I thought about this and I've decided I'm going to just have Arachnarok come and stand here.
Ready to go.
Adjacent to Achendorf. I'm confident in this position that I can beat this army if they attack me, because I get the 17 garrison units as well as these troops. Now, I am going to go ahead and buy the scrap upgrades on all but one of the Goblin Archers. I think I'm going to kick out one of the Goblin Archer units for the Arachnarok Queen. Yep, next turn. But I actually want to... Like, I kind of want them to attack here rather than going east. So I want to make myself appear a little weaker. I don't know if this is going to work, but I don't think I need to recruit the Arachnarok Queen this turn, is what I'm trying to say. I also have this Regiment of Renown that's available. Yeah, I think there's enough value in having that unit of Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers in this army too. So... I didn't do this in the smartest way, did I? Because I've now got an understrength Goblin Archer unit with the upgrade instead of a full strength one with more experience. Yeah, in fact that was kind of stupid. Okay, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I'll leave the army like this. I'm not going to do the scrap upgrade on my infantry. If there's a battle over the end turn, then I'll mainly be using the infantry front line from Achendorf Garrison. And so it's not too important that these have the extra armor. And then next turn I can, if I'm making the attack, I can obviously choose what scrap upgrades to invest in. Alright, well, this kind of made sense, and then I was like, doing it and talking at the same time and messed this up, but like I say, it's not so important. I kind of, like ideally, this army just besieges Achendorf, and is stuck here, but I'm not sure what they're going to do. Anyway, I think that's all. In terms of army movements, we can set a commandment here, at least temporarily, so growth and obedience sounds good. So Dot Karaz, we actually took over tier 2 barracks plus this public order building. I'm going to keep the public order building, at least for a little while, but I'm going to demolish this for 1200 gold. I don't need more nasty Skulkers, I'd rather just grab the extra gold from that. Barrack Darazbag's a bit exposed still. I mean... The advantage of repairing this is that the garrison would be there rather than there being 0 units here. It would help the public order a tiny bit, get rid of that devastation. Okay, I think it's little enough gold. I'll do this repairing. Yeah, it's kind of inevitable we can't hold on to all of our minor settlements that are just difficult to defend with only 3 armies, but I think it's okay to at least do the repairing. I'm not going to do anything like build something here. Now, we can do upgrades in this province, but we don't know what this dwarf army is going to do. I think they could get to Mount Squakeholm or possibly Pillars of Gregny. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and leave these upgrades for now. Not put more money into this. Arachnarok gets to tier 3 though, and there's lots of good stuff to do here if we can afford it. So I definitely want that, definitely want the extra growth, definitely want the extra money. And I also want the public order, and I also want to do the building that will eventually let us get Arachnarok Spiders. Yeah. It's not urgent I start that. On the other hand, I think it's okay to put the money into it. This is quite expensive. I have the option of cancelling some of the less essential upgrades in the next 1 or 2 turns. Obviously, Arachnarok itself is not in any danger here, imminently at least. We don't need to do the upgrade on this, it just is very expensive for what it does, I think. Okay, looks like that is everything. Yeah, so mainly just seeing what the dwarves over here and over here are up to over the end turn. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to cancel this construction, because this gold is wasted if this dwarf army makes that attack. I don't really want to do that because I have put several turns into it already. On the other hand, getting these upgrades doesn't do much in this region, so I think I will cancel that. It gets me almost... Yeah, it actually got me over 4,000... Yeah, 4,800 gold back. Doing what I just did does kind of mess up the population surplus points, but I'm willing to do that, I think. Okay, let's go to the next turn. Oh, unless I want to transfer magic items over to this... over to Arachnarok here. That wouldn't be a bad idea. He's definitely the lord who's going to be up against the strongest enemy army right now. Let's give him the Assault of Stone. Nice thing about Arachnarok is even though he's only rank 6, he is immortal, so he can't die, which means I don't need to be too careful with giving him the good magic items. Alright, that golden order here is just wandering around, not doing anything. Good, this is fine. Now, let's fight this manually. I don't think we're going to be able to wipe out that one depleted Longbeard unit, but we'll have a shot. Certainly, we're not getting anything out of the Order Resolve, so there's kind of no downside to trying this, I think, other than the time. Okay, so, yeah, that's that one Longbeard unit there. Obviously, we're going to get shuttled up by the Quarrelers. In terms of melee stats, Gobbos are faster. Yeah, they're not as good at fighting, though. I will keep the 2... I think I do want the 2 Orc units in the front. Alright, that'll do. Go. So actually, I think what I want to try, bring him to the side. Don't really see too much point in getting engaged on with their units over on this flank, but I probably need these 2 units to get into the fighting so I can kind of attack the target I want to with my other troops.
Get out the ready! Ready, Goblins! Get up! Run in! Get square! Gonna kill him! Moving fast!
Okay, well we are doing
Running!
maybe doing a tiny bit of damage to this unit. Got the Waaagh charging up nice and fast. Just have to hope that yeah, you may as well just get into melee, get the Waaagh charging faster. Good. Yeah, so the thing with the Waaagh is it does give us those combat stats, which should make hitting the Longbeards and dealing damage to them that much easier. I mean, we're not going to hold out much longer here, or inflict many casualties, but we've got 1 kill. So if we get this unit down to 5, I think they will be wiped out, even though we're going to lose the battle. Yeah, I've got 2 kills on them. I think the... Yeah, I don't know. Alright, got the Waaagh charging up again. We've also got units routing, though. Not going to last very much longer. Come on, boys. Get them. They're actually shooting into this unit quite a bit. I think the Quarrelers are actually likely to be killing some of their own guys. Yeah, the Quarrelers, they just went from 8 down to 5. I think they just wiped out their own unit. That's, well, that was what we were trying to do. Alright, not going to achieve anything else here. Yeah, this army's not going to be a problem to deal with for Bogrub. And I'm glad that they didn't go after... what's it called? Pillars of Grugny. Yeah, they're gone. Good. And they just occupy Mutsquickhorn. Yep, that makes sense. Obviously they want to get this territory back. So now what are the other dwarves doing? Ah, new border print stack. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I was worried they would get to the Forest of Gloom, but they didn't make it. Hinder replenishment against Arachnarok Spider Claw. Okay, that's not too bad. They're just bailing. Okay, so I think I will launch the attack against that dwarf army. We won't have the garrison to help, so I'll definitely be picking up the regiments of renown and making my army as strong as possible before that fight. Okay, let's see here. +5 leadership for 5 turns for 1500 gold. Yep, I'm almost always willing to make that trade, I think. Leadership and our melee troops holding a little longer is so often, you know, the difference between winning and losing battles. We're struggling money-wise, but what else is new? I mean, we're not... Yeah, I shouldn't really say that. We've just spent a lot of money. Like, I spent 15,000 upgrading Kreza Crack last turn.
The tribe's ready.
Okay, so if I wanted to, I could bring Bogrub in against this stack as well, or launch the attack just with Arachnarok. Now,
Don't think so.
there's not too much experience chevrons here, but obviously they do have long beards. They're on raiding stance, which means they start out tired. Can I do anything with that Spider Rider Regiment of Renown against this army? Yeah, I think I can. I think I can use them to pull at least a couple infantry units out of position. I'm reluctant to weaken my front line here, so I am going to disband 2 units of archers. I'm just going to accept the fact that I messed up last turn and disband the unit that I already put the scrap upgrade on. It's just 20 scrap, so we can live with it. In fact, I guess I'm doing that again. Yeah. Oh well.
Now they'll see.
So you come in, and you come in. Oh my goodness, 840 upkeep. Ouch. Still, I think it's better to spend the money and make the army stronger than not spend it and lose the battle. And because I don't have any help from the garrison, I also will be upgrading the armor on my melee boys. I think I can afford this. This is going to use almost all my scrap, but at this point we have 3 stacks fully upgraded, or at least as much as we can for now. So, I mean, that's what the scrap's there for, right?
The tribe's ready.
We don't need scrap for the technologies in the foreseeable future. And we get quite a bit of scrap from winning as well. So, I think we're ready to launch that attack. Let's just see... what exactly is Bogrub going to do? Alright, so Bogrub can normal move into reinforcement range from Pillars of Grugny. Yep, that seems like a smart thing to do. No sign of more dwarf forces out here. They've moved troops out, so there's probably an army on the way. In fact, you might even be able to see them camped out there. But it'd be good to deal with this half stack before they have more soldiers inbound, of course. Yeah, so Mursk is a little kind of stuck here in the sense that I can't reach and attack anywhere. got an option, of course, to move my hero.
Says what?
Can't make block army attempt this turn, but I could walk down that way. Or alternatively, I could try and just kill off one of these enemy heroes. So let's see. I think I'm not too concerned about this stack if it just comes and besieges Waaagh. I'm a bit more concerned about it if it wanders up here and then does what these other armies have done, and sort of instead of besieging settlements they just go after my weaker territory. But I will have at the very worst hopefully this army to help. Alright, let's decide what to do with the big boss afterwards. I'm going to make this attack. Yeah, there's no one in this army to assassinate, so there's no hero action to do first. I mean, I could join the hero into this army. I don't think I need to do that though. Yeah, so this is going to be a tough fight. This is not the most experienced set of troops. I do have two ways to spawn spiderlings, which is really strong, and I've got the sort of stone scroll. So let's do it.
I'll fix him.
Yeah, they stand and fight, and even with them on raid stance and being tired or winded, it gives them a slight edge. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about their missile units here. The mostly infantry versus infantry fight, which I feel like I generally handle a little better. It's when the enemy has fast-moving troops that it can get harder. As usual, it's going to come down to keeping my archers out of melee and basically shooting their front line before my front line gets demolished. We have a hill. That's grand. Yep, we've got fast-moving units that can go and bait the enemy into attacking us. Also, the first outing of the Arachnarok Queen, which is a cool regiment of renown. So she has the same... Oh, it's called Maternal Instinct, but it's basically the same ability that Arachnarok here has. And yeah, you can see that she has 70 melee attack, partly because she's getting a buff off Arachnarok, who buffs all the spiders in his army. So they should be making a good team. Alright, lost a bit of magic. No worries. Let's deploy... I'd love to deploy in such a way as to fight only part of the dwarf army at a time. Gonna be a bit hard to achieve that. Ah, we're close to getting Vanguard deployment on all Gobbos. That's gonna be really nice, I think. Have some interesting options for sure. Yeah, we've got a little... The usual problem we have of not quite having enough front line here. Oh well, I guess that's kind of because I put them in a bit of a deeper than needed formation. I'm going to use the spiderlings. Yeah, I think my plan is to have the two, like Arachnarok on one flank and Spider-Mom on the other, and use the spiderlings to help cover the flanks. Get a little bit closer. Okay.
I'm the best.
So that's Arachnarok. Arachnarok's probably going to have to go initiate the battle by casting magic, so he can start here. Spider-Mom on this flank. And this unit. So, okay, they've got 4 or 5 units of crossbows. I really want to just pull their melee infantry, like distract, say, 2 to 3 units of melee infantry with the Spider Riders. We'll see if we can manage that. Okay, I'm going to group you. And the enemy aren't on force march, but winning the battle's a priority. I'm not going to worry too much about running them down. We obviously have enough movement to follow up and wipe them out afterwards. They're going to be waiting for us to come to them. I think, yeah, they're just kind of wheeling around. This terrain's good for us. You can see, yeah, speed and melee attack down for small units, like infantry. I wonder if we even... There's some argument for even fighting on the banks of the river. You know, that's probably smart, actually.
Scabbards ready!
Because if we stand like this... Yeah. If we stand like this, the dwarves have to come across the water to get to us. And... like, they're going to be slowed down during the time that we're actually shooting at them. Whereas if I'm up here on the hill, like, yes, they're slowed down coming across the water, but then they're just up and moving as normal coming up the hill. So I think this position, new position's even better. Arachnarok Spider can even just hang out in the water, right? Yeah, I don't think she has any penalties from fighting in the water. Okay. Yeah, they've kind of spread out their missile units, which is a little difficult. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much if this unit gets shot. I'll move them in position for flanking. I want to have them come around behind and just, like, harass some of the enemy,
Moving fast!
enemy melee groups.
Build stand!
Okay, well that definitely hit, even if it didn't get any kills. Was it enough for the dwarves to even notice, though?
Better than that.
It seems like it was not.
Great Shaman! Shifting! The lads are ready! Great Shaman!
Alright, there we go.
This shrew will have ya! My elders!
Okay, that was a hit as well.
Moving fast!
Don't particularly want Arachnarok getting involved in melee fighting,
Shifting!
so he can sort of lead from the back in time-honored
Fast!
goblin fashion.
Shifting!
And we can come in behind these troops. If they're going to turn some of their crossbows to shoot at the Spider Riders, I can live with that. Similarly, if they're shooting at Arachnarok, I can kind of live with that too. They don't have Thunderers, so they don't have the highest amount of armor piercing.
Fight for more!
Looks like what is happening. Yeah, we're just going to have to stand and take a bit of missile fire here. Good, there's no beards are turning around. Just try and get in closer. Alright, actually I have quite a few troops on this flank. I'm going to have to be careful here. Yeah, that one unit of Gobbos is taking a lot of damage. I think I should get the first unit of Spiderlings down as early as possible. Get them into melee. Also going to do Crown of Command on them. And I'm going to do Sword of Stone.
This one's a biggie!
We're getting wrecked a bit by their archers. That's okay, but let's just move out the way. Because I've got 5 uses of the spider summoning on both Arachnarok and Spider Mom. So it's like, well, obviously I should use those as efficiently as possible, right? Okay, we've distracted one unit of Longbeards with the... sorry, we've distracted one unit of Longbeards with our missile units, that's acceptable. 15 seconds for the next wave of spiders. Yeah, we really need them. I should left myself a bit short-handed on this flank. Let's give this unit a little bit of a buff. We need spiders. Summon them right on top of the dwarves there, I think. How are things going on this flank? Okay, taking a bit of... yeah, taking quite a bit of damage on Arachnarok, but she's doing alright. Yep, it's more or less going like I expected. Obviously, Longbeards are tough units to crack. Just get that down on cooldown. How are we doing over this flank? Yeah, struggling quite a bit actually. That was good. We need to break some of these units. Concentrate fire on the units that are going to shatter or rout. Now, the thing is, kind of less, I care a bit less about shooting the miners. Should have saved the Sword of Stone for this big clump, look at that. Because you don't always know that. I think I'm going to just throw down Crown of Command on himself here. Spider Mom is taking a bit too much damage to try and get her out of there. I think we've kind of won in the center. Yes. Okay. Yeah, good. Alright. We need to do something about their crossbows here. I think you need to get into melee. Okay, Arachnarok is taking way too much damage. Yeah. Big problem right here. I need another Waaagh, I think. Yeah, Arachnarok's actually broken. Well, hopefully he doesn't die. I mean, done a lot of... You know, he should be able to get away. That's not good, though. You come over and help here. It's a crossbows wrecking us, of course. That's a lot of the problem. It's not a surprise, but... Okay, that's fine. We have killed a lot of their melee troops. Yeah, you're not really going to make it back into combat, but that's okay. Just focus fire here. Right, you guys are kind of broken through. Go after the missile units. Okay, Arachnarok's rallied. Good. Make me more spiders. Boy, it's a tough fight. Ah, shoot. Some of my archers come out of position. Well. Ugh. Just hit my own guys a bit there. We're taking heavy damage. On the other hand, we're not having any units in danger of being completely wiped out. And they're actually almost out of ammo on the enemy missile units. And the enemy lord's wounded. Great. Of course, we've got into melee with the Quarrelers and they're probably now losing because Quarrelers are actually good at fighting. Okay, Archers, get up here. Have to kill those Quarrelers. Looks like that's the army losses on their side. Nice. Okay. You need to come in here. Help run down these dwarves. It'd be really great if we could kill off their Quarrelers in particular, I think. Yeah, so no units got wiped out. Damage was reasonably spread around. Took more than I would have liked on Arachnarok, but he made it out. Yeah, that was good enough. I imagine we'll end up with a close victory here. Oh, that's an almost full health unit of Quarrelers. Yeah. Send the Spiderlings through. Spiderlings are nice and fast, actually. That's one thing I hadn't really appreciated. Okay, that unit's wiped out. That's miners, I don't care. That unit's wiped out. I guess we can just... Nah, go for the Longbeards.
Great Shaman!
I think those spider summonings were really helpful, actually, in the end. They're going to be unsummoned before they can catch anybody. You guys. Good. Yeah. I do think we have taken down a reasonable, like, the majority of their army, and also, in the end, caught quite a few of their missile units, so that's great. Considering this is the weakest of my 3 stacks in terms of the quality of the actual, like, the quality experience level of the actual gobos, I'm happy enough with this, I think. Quarrelers, quarrelers, yeah, catch them. I don't really want you shooting my infantry here, but it's alright. Okay, leave them for the infantry. You come after these ones. Good. There's actually not very much getting away at all. Yeah, that unit's gone. Alright. One quarreler trying to flee the other way. Yeah, close victory. We lost a bit over a third of our troops, it looks like. Yeah, didn't have a way to get to the quarrelers before going through their melee line. I think that's basically why we took so much damage. Oh, that's a really nice amount of loot, though. An extra 1200 would be great, too. We're going to need, I think, a couple of turns to replenish. Replenishment won't be too bad, though. We can camp out in Achendorf. Yeah, I'm going to just go for the treasury rather than the replenishment from eating the dwarves.
This way.
Alright, level up on this lord, which is good as well. In fact, yeah, nice. He might just be able to get lightning strike from the second victory. Well, not quite, but he's close to it.
Yeah. Dogging get it.
Alright. I think this is a fine order resolve. Yeah, taking very little damage.
I'll get there. The tribe's ready.
So back to Achendorf with Rachnik? Yeah, I think so. Get the most replenishment from being back in the settlement. The replenishment rate's actually not that great. I think that's because... It's partly because we don't have... yeah, the unpleasant climate here. Custody replenishment minus 8%. It's also because I don't have the... Oh no, I'm getting confused, sorry. There isn't a replenishment... There isn't a replenishment skill on the blue line. That's the Norskin Lords. Never mind. Well, in any case, we dealt with that situation well enough. So you can at least take a little walk down this way, and then I decide if I'm coming back to go after one of these heroes. This army, if it wanted to move out, could get to about here. But the thing is, I'm not sure they are going to move out. They're only at 15 units. I think they might do some recruitment, which means I can...
On it.
It does make sense to still come down here and try and block them. Goldnod has a bunch of heroes.
I refuse such
Yeah, those are just rank
orders.
1 captains at least. Waaagh, yep, you're going to come stand here. Protect Pillars of Grugny. Not quite letting me move where I want to. That should be close enough. Just to see.
No, I will not shame my
Yeah, we're in
clan.
reinforcement range, okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't really want to force much of this army. And I do have Lightning Strike on Bogrub. Right. So, what to do with Mursk? Yeah. I really want to be making more money. So I think sacking Stone Mine Tower is one possibility.
Don't mess with me. What's your
Scabby Eye
message?
do have troops. Let's see. I can see they're both here, their armies. Right. Just have a look over this way. Black Crag. Okay, so Grimgor still has a full stack pretty much there. I'm thinking he's probably trying to fend off the dwarves from Karak Azul. It's just unfortunate. The Badlands is quite hard to navigate, especially like east-west. Just takes quite a lot of movement. The Waaagh army is dropping off in 3 turns, which will at least let Musk move faster.
Special.
If I'm not going for Stone Mine Tower, I'm going to be coming after Matorka. Maybe that's not the worst idea.
Nasty magic's ready.
Matorka is part of the same region as Akendorf. If I can take and hold this, get walls up here, that would let me get the commandment down. On the other hand, if I am attacking into the south and going further into the Badlands, it's more likely I can hold Dot Koraz, which I already have. Okay, let's move for Stone Mine Tower.
This spell's a charged. That works.
Oh, that's a lot of raiding gold. Good. Alright, nobody else to move, unless I want to recruit a new army, which I don't think I do want to do. But I have stuff to build for sure. So Barak Var gets to tier 3 next turn. That's very good. Could get more growth going. I don't think I want to touch anything else in terms of upgrades or buildings, though. I have the option of demolishing this if I'm going to be losing Dot Koraz. Obviously, I need to make that decision a turn in advance of it getting attacked. Given I know there's like a bit over a stack's worth of Scabby Eye down here, I don't think they're going to have troops in the south. And I don't think anyone is at Iron Rock or would be going after Dot Koraz anyway, so let's just leave this. If I'm just going to leave that, how about building defenses here? Yeah, obviously need the Orc Guardhouse to get the walls up. That's maybe doable. Difficult decisions. Okay. Let's try go for the defenses here. And I'm going to put the next 2 population surplus I get into upgrading Dot Koraz to tier 3 and getting walls done. If we get attacked and we can't finish it, you know, it's some gold spent, but not the end of the world. Public Order's tanking a little bit here, but we're making a few hundred money-wise, so I think I want to keep it. Hills of Grugny, I think I want to get defenses going here as well, particularly because we're going to be under attack from the dwarves.
Big on.
That is a lot of gold gone, though. We'd like to get this going again. 4,800 for that. Okay, let's see. Can hold off on this upgrade. But now we're actually going to be... I don't want to start the turn bankrupt. That is very bad. Of these buildings, some of them are making us more gold, which we want for sure. This we don't need right now. Yep, that's okay. How much more gold are we getting next turn? Probably quite a bit. Yeah, probably quite a bit. Okay, so I've got about a 500-600 gold buffer here.
Nasty magic's ready.
I think that should be fine. Just trying to think if there's any way I can lose income unexpectedly. Oh, hold on. I think if I'm going to go for developing dock corrals and getting walls up there, I should cancel this construction. Like, I should focus on one of these minor settlements at a time, not split my growth points. Yeah. So that gets me closer to the next population surplus and frees up more gold. Okay, I think that's a fine decision. Okay, also didn't mention it, but the Crooked Moon mutinous Gits got wiped out. Maybe by the Skaven they were fighting. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think the dwarves in Krasakrak it's a bit hard to say. I feel like Krasakrak are possibly the people I need to worry most about right now.
Who should we zap?
Alright. Oh, let's see. Swindler and Idle Carver.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already have those assigned, but
Tribes ready.
just to check. Oh, you should definitely have an Idle Carver. Give that little public order boost when you're in friendly territory. Okay, I don't have an Idle Carver on Musk, but that's fine. To be honest, he's not really in our territory too much. So I can choose who to give the Scroll of Stone to. I'm a little reluctant to give it to Bogrub because he's not immortal. I value that scroll so highly. I guess I keep it on Musk because Rachnik's not going to be fighting probably this turn. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Golden Order have not recovered too much in the way of troops. They've just been churning out these heroes. Oh, Krasakrak Confederated Karakadrin. You know, that's probably good for us in some ways, because I was at war with both of them anyway. And fighting one stronger enemy is... Ooh. Fighting one stronger enemy is generally preferable to fighting two weaker enemies, particularly when they're both major factions. Oh, if Wurzag's moving into Stone Mine Tower, that is... Oh, that's really good. That is basically extra gold and so on for us, because we were making that attack anyway. Alright, what are we looking at here? Growth down, but obedience up. Obedience down, but growth up. And recruitment cost down. Oh, okay. Have to be a little careful here, because we're going to finish the Waaagh pretty soon. And take a bit of a public order hit from having low reputation, at least temporarily. That said, I really do like that extra 45 growth. And it's only a total of -9 obedience. I think we can live with that. Yeah, I think we can live with that. So the main thing there was just the extra armies from the border princes.
Impossible.
Yeah. So obviously,
What?
have a hero here who can attempt to block. Yeah, no more dangerous than their previous armies they've sent against me.
I cannot.
So the full stack is obviously not going to be stopping for any recruitment, so it makes sense to try and block them, I think. 77%. Pretty good.
Wants me.
And we succeeded. Nice. So I don't think anyone can besiege Barrack Bar this turn. Okay, let's make some money.
Mork says no.
Me?
Wurzag,
Oh, yeah.
for these purposes, you are money.
Dog'll fix him. Time to fight.
Alright, so Wurzag, yeah, newly recruited troops. Ooh, for recruiting Savage Orc, Warboy Biggins, it's a little annoying. This is a fine situation to auto-resolve though. We're basically at full strength. We've got plenty of front line. Nobody's going to just randomly get wiped out. We don't want a lightning strike because we have the Waaagh army. Keep forgetting about that. So we'll sack this and then occupy. Yep, bit of damage taken. No big deal. Thank you, Waaagh, for just the extra gold donation. Oof, almost 14k sacking. Very nice. And yeah, as usual, just release the Warlord.
Last and good.
And I will occupy this. Now, we might not be able to keep this long term, but that's okay. Mursk has the option of possibly launching, well, amphibious assault's not quite right, but coming up this way by sea now that we control this port. That's an interesting possibility. Alright, so we're picking up Curse of the Bad Moon on the next level up, which is good. Better offensive magic. So, what next? Arachnarok could make his way down towards Waaagh. I need him to get into the settlement though, I don't want him stuck outside. Military presence 2. Okay.
You dare approach a lord
Yeah,
of the
Karakan obviously just going to be
Darrians?
building up and sending another army towards us, but we can live with that. Also not be a bad idea to pad up the public order in Waaagh a bit. Alright, so I think I'm actually better force marching to Waaagh. I think that'll also give us more replenishment. Let's test that out. I don't think... could I use the underway stance here? Let's see, I don't think anyone's close enough to intercept me, but no, I won't do it.
Move. I'm special.
Okay, I think that's slightly higher replenishment. Still not going to be at full strength. That's okay. I don't believe we'll be besieged this turn, so we have the option of, say, moving out to replenish or standing halfway between the two, going into ambush stance. Yeah, whatever we want. So can Bogrub actually get to Squighorn? He can, I think. Good. And they're still in the settlement there. Perfect.
I'll fix 'em.
Okay, no sign of more dwarves. So what's the plan here? I think just reoccupy this?
All right, I'll move.
Just edge a little closer. I think they've got another army on the way, but it's not going to be here just yet. So another battle of kind of quality against quantity. We don't do very well on the balance of power for these, but yeah, we're just going to have... We've got enough fodder to keep their longbeards busy, and we have enough archers to kill them, so I don't anticipate this being a problem. You also don't have too many missile units this time of their own. Oh yeah, so in the mountains, of course. I was like, how's it snowing? But no, it does actually make sense.
Let's scrap.
So I have a healing potion here, and otherwise just the basic magic on Bogrub. Yeah, that's fine.
The spells of death. What you talking about?
This is where killing that extra unit of Lombiers is kind of nice, because that unit would be up at least like 30, 40 dwarves at this point if we hadn't wiped out entirely. Get a nice magic missile shot into the flank of that unit. Or not, because magic missile flicks out.
The bad moon curse.
Ah, this bug, dude.
Moving fast.
Yeah, okay. Just needs to get closer. I think it makes sense to try and go for one of the low health, low tier units that's part of the garrison, these miners, because they're going to be easy to rout. Honestly, the magic missile just doesn't do that much damage to the dwarves, so it's not a big deal. We're just doing this to provoke them. But the game's decided that magic missiles are not working. There we go. We're a bit, got a bit of a gap in the front line there. Get rid of it.
Moving fast. The bad move. Curse. Shifty. This true, I love ya.
Come on, Bogrub, you can do it, buddy.
Take that.
Nope.
Shifty. This one's a biggie.
I mean, in this situation, there's no reason really why we couldn't just march on them, but I kind of like making the enemy come to me.
Fast.
Okay, this formation looks fine. We'll recast this as soon as it's off cooldown, and I'll make sure Bogrub does not get into melee in this battle, I think. What do we want to go for the next cast of this? It's kind of a dwarves over here. Alright, we're going to hit our own guys if we try for another magic missile. Yes, but I don't care too much. No, we didn't. Okay. Shields up, gobbos. It's only 2 units of quarrelers, they won't do too much damage to us. And here comes our return fire. And goodbye miner unit. Let's see. I think we've got just about the right coverage here in terms of width of formation. Yep, we're not going to get outflanked. All our archers are firing. Let's get this buff down. Help this unit out. Okay. Bogrub can help fight against those miners. They're not really going to do much damage to him. Let me make sure I'm concentrating fire to rout these units. Okay, we've already got units shattering and routing here. Great. That unit's routed. Good stuff. Get on here, stop that quarrelers from shooting. Lords under attack. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, need to kill this big clump of Blondbeards. Possibly should have waited to rout those dwarf warriors, but it's okay. I don't think they're going to last much longer. Not even that much damage on my front line, to be honest. In fact, we're likely to do more damage with this missile fire right at the end of the battle, hitting our own soldiers. Which is kind of a time-honoured Gobbo tradition at this point, I would say. Yeah, we've got their missile units locked down to melee. Not that we're really overpowering them, because the quarrelers are actually good at fighting, but it's fine. Come on, get those miners broken. There we go. Main thing I think is I don't want my missile troops trying to focus down their Dwarf Lord, because he's a bit too small of a target. And he's completely surrounded by our soldiers. Nice Longbirds. How do those Longbirds have full leadership? Oh, because they're unbreakable. Well, that was a good thing to notice. I guess they have a banner that makes them unbreakable, maybe? Alright, but the rest of the army is... yeah, the army losses could come in for the rest of the army. And we don't need to worry about pursuing these guys. We just need to... oh, it was a temporary buff for the unbreakable. Ah, right, the Lord had a Crown of Command or something. Fair enough. Well, that was pretty clean. I'm still a bit concerned about the Dwarves having a full stack to follow up and make another attack against... basically trying to get back the Silver Road, but we're in reasonable shape to fend that off. And we also, at this point, that should prevent any sort of awkward swapping hands to the Waaagh target 2 turns before the Waaagh ends. That's a good load of money as well. So let's see here. I don't think... I mean, we want to hold on to this territory. I don't think it really makes sense to damage it. Right, and he is dead. Nice, leadership fighting dwarves. Very good. To pick that up on our lord, who is basically full-time fighting dwarves now. Okay. So let's see, I maxed out the gobbos. I was working on upkeep costs here, but I realized I really should take Goblin Tired on this lord. I kind of just forgot about it. We can come pick these points up afterwards. And by that stage, we'll be getting our units up to Gold Chevron experience too. Alright, well, we got a lot of money back this turn. Let's see here. What I want to do... I think I want to get Pillars of Grogny to tier 3. I'll start spending money. If I don't have enough and I have to cancel stuff, that's fine. Would like to also get this going. Right, and Barrack Waaagh. That's expensive but good. And we want growth here. And I'm not going to grow these two. The next population surplus point in 2 turns will let me grow this to tier 3 and hopefully get walls down here before anyone's coming to attack me. And then Stone Mine Tower. Well... what to do here? 1200 to repair it. I don't know, man. I don't think realistically we're going to be able to hold Stone Mine Tower. I think Musk is probably going to have to head up to Matorka. That said, they don't have anyone here right now. The Struggling Act's always so tricky. So let's see, if I put 1200 plus 1500, 2700 gold in here, I get defenses up. Yeah, alright. As usual, I can always cancel construction of these things if I need a gold refund. I'm probably not going to be making a big chunk of money next turn. So with that in mind, I need to try and... I should be planning to spend no money next turn. And I need like double the deficit just in my treasury, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, no, I'm not prioritizing upgrading this. There's this upgrade to do, but it really doesn't do us much good. Extra public order is kind of nice, but not essential. And it's 3300. Yeah, we're making gold and spending gold, which is how the game works. Ah, we have a commandment back here, of course. Nice, that'll help with obedience. Okay, I think that's just about everything. Let's see. Let's take a real... Well, no, let's end the turn and then take a look at diplomacy, since I can't really do anything more about it. Sadly, I don't think Muska's going to be able to actually launch an attack at Matorka. You typically lose quite a lot of movement from disembarking at a port. Ooh, so I saw a flash of an army of Krasakarax, which I think may have been using underway stance. Okay, so we kept border princes from moving out, that's fine. It's gonna be our hero, yeah. Okay, assault garrison, that's fine. Arachnarok is strict. A couple of lords ready for action again. Okay. Yes. Oh, right. I was correct. We have two... Oh, boy. We have two dwarf armies. Two dwarf armies who didn't have the brains to hop over in underway stance within reinforcement range of one another.
Now they'll see.
Well... And who also hopped into reinforcement range from my settlement, from the garrison. Admittedly, that's not much right now, but still, AI fail. Alright, so next term, or rather, next video, Waaagh will be back to taking on dwarves, fighting these two stacks. Never mind what I said about not making money this turn. Looks like dwarf is back on the menu, as it were. And yeah, I think we're kind of moving forward about like having territory taken off us, at least for the time being. So thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, be back with the next part.